felt that the narrative we've been told about our world
is an illusion? An illusion that veils us from the truth of who and what we are.
And in that illusion, we've created a collective way of life that traps us into a matrix. The big question is, are you ready to break free, to discover who you really are and your true purpose in this life?
Both ancient wisdom and modern science reveal a far greater potential for humanity than what we're currently manifesting.
Be part of a growing community of game changers who are paving the way for a shift in human consciousness. It's time for us to awaken to that and to shape a new future for our world.
Join me for a journey of discovery and transformation into a new paradigm way of life.
Hi, I'm Dr. Theresa Bullard, and I want to welcome you to my site and give you a little opportunity to get to know me, who I am, and what I do. So first of all, I have a PhD in physics, so I come from a scientific background, and that informs a lot of my worldview and my way of thinking about things. But in addition to that, I am also a spiritual teacher with the Modern Mystery School. So I travel internationally teaching metaphysical concepts and programs and tools for empowerment to help people really transform their lives. And third, I'm the host of Mystery Teachings on Gaia TV, where I really bridge the science and the spirituality together, and that is really what I'm all about.
Welcome to the world of Dr. Theresa, where transformation meets quantum possibility. Get ready to embark on a journey that will expand your consciousness and empower you in ways you never imagined. Dr. Theresa offers a range of transformative experiences that will forever change the way you perceive and live your life. First, let's dive into the Quantum Transformational Formula, an online course that will shift the way you navigate reality. Imagine having access to a comprehensive guide that takes you through the 7-step Quantum Transformational Formula. Each module provides you with practical and easy-to-follow steps. These exercises are thoughtfully designed to seamlessly integrate into your daily routine, allowing you to harness your time and energy efficiently. The result? You'll maintain a peak state throughout your day. For those seeking an in-person transformational experience, consider joining Dr. Theresa for Empowerment Week. Empowerment Week is an immersive journey designed to elevate the quality of your life. It's about becoming consciously aware of your role in the world. During this week, you'll delve into the Mystery School lineage tools and teachings rooted in ancient arts and sciences of metaphysics. These teachings catalyze your growth and empower you to become the best version of yourself. But that's just the beginning. Dr. Theresa also offers Quantum Minds TV, which is a portal into deep, meaningful, and organic conversations with some of the most brilliant minds and thought leaders. These discussions are a pathway to positive awakening in human consciousness. Check out the full episodes on YouTube, but first enjoy this quick preview clip showing a compilation video of Quantum Minds TV.
How would you treat yourself? If you just thought about it that way, this person is actually me. I'm talking to myself. Wow. Well, let me treat that person how I would treat myself. And then the whole paradigm shifts instantaneously. But you have to come to some conclusion that all of us are just really one person. There's only one consciousness. And everyone that's out there is just another reflection of you. And so if you're truly loving yourself, you're going to love everyone.
We're multidimensional. Healing is happening on multiple dimensions, and that's really the point.
You'll never change the world by fighting against the things you don't like. So if you want a new world, find a new model that makes the old model obsolete, and people will follow the new model and the old model falls away.
We're entering a time where we're meant to all be awakening. We're all meant to become our own guru, our own spiritual adept or master. And yet there are certain keys and certain concepts or teachings that we need to work our way through to help us awaken to that. We're not in a time of giving our power away anymore. We're in a time of reclaiming our power and our ability to be our consciousness and our ability to heal each other and heal the world.
We are part of a living universe. We are part of a divine universe. It is all within us, but also surrounding us. The cosmic dance of life continues, so we realize that we are co-creators. We are Homo universalis, rediscovering itself. Homo meaning humanity, universalis meaning universe. We are a living demonstration of the divine spark in human form.
Without gratitude, you don't have enough in your life. You'll always be ungrateful about the things you don't have. So the first thing we do if we want to make a change or improve is we have to count our blessings. It's kind of almost nursery school in its understanding, but that's because it's such a foundation. The things you're grateful for, count them, and know that the change is going to come from the things you're grateful for. It's one that deserves extra attention.
We actually, from where we are, can make a difference on the planet. And of course, if we can go out and do something, help the homeless, do the food kitchens, whatever, we can also increase that ability. We have to be living, productive beings, both in consciousness and in physicality.
It is our duty to become technological wise, to construct spaceships again, and then to spread out the intelligent form of life in the whole universe.
We can all rest in the joy of knowing the measurable and immeasurable aspects of our being.
And finally, don't miss out on Dr. Theresa's book, The Game Changers. By reading this book, you'll gain insights that equip you to harness transformative opportunities in our ever-evolving world. So whether you're ready to embark on an online journey, engage in profound conversations, experience personal transformation, or dive into enlightening literature, Dr. Theresa has a path for you. Let's now enjoy a clip from Dr. Theresa's Science of Consciousness webinar. This 60-minute course can be purchased online at theresabullard.com.
And I'd like to thank you for joining me on this talk, this presentation about bridging science and consciousness, and in particular about quantum consciousness and what that really means. I have some slides that I'd like to share with you, so I'm going to be going back and forth between my slides and the video. So to begin with, let's just dive in. Now, from the subatomic to the cosmic, we are multidimensional beings of vast potential. But how do we access this potential? What are the keys to awakening this? And I propose that the keys are revealed to us by quantum physics. Now, the word quantum today gets thrown around a lot, especially in New Age circles, in trying to give some form of scientific backing to spirituality. But I would like to help you understand more about what quantum really means and gain some deeper insights into what it actually reveals to us about ourselves, our universe, and our potential. So throughout this process, we're going to be talking quite a bit about quantum principles, as well as the principles of vibration, resonance, and coherence. And let's start right there with coherence. What is coherence? Now, coherence means something is laser-like. It is all vibrating at the same frequency, all in phase or synchronized with each other, and all moving together in the same focused direction. So to be coherent is to be laser-like, and you can see some examples here of incoherence, where everything is sort of at different vibrations and different rates, versus coherent, where everything is all in phase, all at the same vibrational rate. So coherence is a really important concept when it comes to accessing the quantum field and accessing, really in general, higher states of consciousness. So the question then becomes, how can we create coherence within ourselves so that we can really start accessing those higher states of consciousness and connecting into the quantum field? So what are those keys to consciousness? Now, some people say that consciousness is about the brain, and that it's all about the neurons firing off in the brain, and you have these different neural synchronizations and different areas of the brain firing off, and that is what creates consciousness. Now, that is a very materialist view to the approach of what consciousness is, that it's more of a epiphenomenon of the brain, but this is starting to fall apart. This argument is starting to fall apart. To say that consciousness starts in the brain, I would say the brain is actually more like a receiver to consciousness. And we know even just biologically, for example, that not only do we have the brain waves and these neural oscillations in the brain, and yes, we can achieve higher states of consciousness or meditative states of consciousness by shifting our brain waves. The brain can be synchronized between the left and the right sides, from front to back as well as top down. And there's multiple ranges that of frequencies of brainwave oscillation that correlate. Let's just say they correlate with different states of consciousness. So very high frequency, like beta waves, gamma waves, high frequency above 13 hertz usually means we're in a waking state. We're active, we're focused on the outside world, we're doing things. But as we start to meditate, as we start to close our eyes, as we start to rest and relax or even go to sleep, we start dropping into slower frequencies of brainwaves, down to alpha, theta, and even delta. Now, when we're in delta, that means usually we're like in a very, very deep sleep or a coma even, or out of body state, or, it's this very deep state where people would say, well, you're not so conscious at that point. But I would say that you can be conscious at that point. But the key here is also to realize that the neurons and these frequencies do not necessarily originate in the brain. Some of them might, but we are now discovering that the heart actually has its own neurological system. The heart is considered now as another brain center, sometimes even more important than the brain itself. The heart has a large number of neurons and glial cells that function semi-independently as its own neural network. And science is even showing that the heart is sending more signals up to the brain than the brain is sending down to the heart. And the heart even starts its beat and its frequency and its entrainment prior to the brain even forming. The heart is one of the first organs in the body to even form. Now, if we want to achieve a coherent state within the heart, just like we can achieve a coherent state within the brain through synchronization of left, right, top, down, and front, back, we can achieve coherence within the heart, and that has to do with the variability of the heartbeat or the heart rate itself. And so we want to bring the heart to a very regular rhythm. A very coherent state is one where there's not a lot of variability, there's not a lot of fluctuation. And so the Heart Math Institute has really shown us that we can achieve this kind of a heart coherence through experiencing and expressing the energy of gratitude, of love, of joy, and sending that out, not just feeling it for ourselves, but sending that out as well to others. Thinking about someone we're grateful for, thinking about someone we love, thinking about things that bring us joy, especially out in the world. And so heart coherence is a really important state of being, which then informs the brain. But the neurons in the body go even deeper than this. They go down to the gut. And the gut has its own what they call the enteric nervous system. There's 100 million nerve cells lining the gastrointestinal tract. That's even more nerve cells in the gut than you have in the spinal column and the peripheral nervous system. Now, not only does our gut manage digestion, it also communicates up to the brain, again, sending more signals from the gut up to the brain than from the brain down. And it connects directly into our limbic system of our brain. It influences our moods, our emotions, our motivation, our memory, intuitive decision making. I'm sure everyone here can relate to that feeling of having a gut instinct. That is our intuition, and we often make a lot of our decisions based on our gut instinct. Now, gut coherence is something we can also accomplish to create a peaceful, really harmonious state of being, which also supports, for example, there's a lot of serotonin that gets produced within the gut and then is sent up to the brain, so it will really help to lift the mood. So the best way to do that, to achieve that coherence within your gut, is deep belly breathing. And to breathe deep, deep, deep into the gut, into the diaphragm, even deeper if you can. And then as you breathe out, you want to extend the breath out as long as you can.